Ladies and gentlemen, again, on behalf of the Army Training Center and Fort Jackson Command Team, Major General Mrs. Becker, Command Sergeant Major Ms. Hain, the 193rd Brigade Command Team, Colonel Mrs. Beagle, Command Sergeant Major and Mrs. Burns, also Colonel Shade in attendance today. Thank you all for coming. I want to again welcome you to beautiful Columbia and the Fort Jackson communities, and thank you for attending today's ceremony. I want to take a moment to recognize some special guests in attendance today. We have our combined Fort Jackson team from the G4 and the Logistics Readiness Center. They're represented here in the center by Lieutenant Colonel Small. Cool. It's our pleasure to honor you today because we could not complete our mission without your support. For the audience, this team keeps us moving and supplied with all the materials we need to accomplish our mission. They come from the Transportation Division, Maintenance Division, Ammunition Specialties, Food Services, Supplies, and just to name a few. So it's important to mention that most of these fine Americans are former service members and veterans themselves. And yesterday, I reminded all of us why this week is extra special. You're not only here to see your new soldier march across this field and graduate, but it is also the week that we celebrate all of our veterans, past and present. So I want to remind you, just like we remind ourselves quite often, that we're the 1% or less that ever donned the uniform in defense of our nation and our freedom. So before we welcome in our next generation, I do want to ask all those that have served or currently serving in attendance today, please stand and be recognized. Cool. You couldn't ask for a better week to have a basic training graduation with Veterans Week. I met many of you yesterday. You were filled with joy, happiness. I even saw some tears. They were happy tears, though. I also met many of our newest families. And to you families out there in the stands today, you set off on your own training regiment. And after a year and a half, you set a new bar for our future training cycles. This is a relatively large class you have in front of you. Now, you didn't have the most training certificates, but you have been by far, and all my volunteers can attest, you've been the most gracious bunch. That we even received about a 5-pound box of holiday cookies. We've never seen that before, so I thank you folks for all your generous acts, your hugs, your handshakes. They truly appreciate it. So for you new families, I thank you for supporting your soldier through these last 10 weeks, supporting their decision to serve, and you as well joining our ranks of the Army family. I mentioned them, so again I want to thank our volunteers. You met a lot of them yesterday, our drill sergeants, our support staff, many of them out on the field today. A lot of them are tucked underneath the stands here, getting it all done without being seen. We could not accomplish our mission without your support. So now, to the soldiers on the field, you have done it. You have accomplished your first milestone, your first objective on your journey to become an American soldier. You have endured challenging tasks, challenging weather, and high expectations. Now it is time to carry that success forward to your next stop. Most of you are going to AIT or Advanced Individual Training. That's their MOS specific, their job specific training. So now it's time for you to get there, improve your PT score, and now achieve academic excellence as you prepare to join your first unit of assignment. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we started with 1,184 10 weeks ago. And today I present to you 1,131 of our newest Army soldiers. Give them a round of applause. So, you did not come to listen to me, so with that, I thank you very much. Please travel safely, and Scouts out.
That's it.